reactor in these YouTube streets, man. Thoughts of a predicate winner. And I'm just doing a little bit of an afternoon check-in as I'm driving down the road, and I'm not driving at the moment. I'm pulled over on the side of the road because I wanted to get these thoughts off to you guys. I heard Rick Rubin say on a podcast that I was listening to with Mike Tyson, I heard Rick Rubin say that ultimately as an artist, you have to put out the art that you want to put out rather than try to feed the algorithm, or rather than try to feed a fan base. You ultimately have to do what you want to do. And that inspired this video because I just recently, I think it was on my Ren video that I did the other day, I talked about how, what is a reaction? Like, y'all are gonna have to decide this for yourselves as fans, but what is a reaction to you? Why do you watch reaction videos? What's the point of the reaction to you? What are you trying to consume? What are you trying to take in? To me, it's an art form, right? I'm a content creator. I do podcasting, I do interviews, I do reactions, I talk about, but there's an art form to it. There's an art form to conversation. There's an art form to salesmanship. There's an art form to articulating thought. I think that's probably where the term articulation comes from, right? Art. Hey, baby. I think that ultimately, if you are a content creator and you're doing this, I'm going to talk about the UMG thing for a second, Universal Music Group. If you're a content creator and you're doing this if you're doing this to try to piggyback off of the music that you're doing reactions to, and you don't do it as a form of art, you shouldn't do it. That's where I stand on it. If that's your cause, if it's like, man, you know, ACAL's got a large fan base, man. Let me see if I can just piggyback off of his fan base. All I got to do is just play his video, say I like it. That's it. No, man, there's a lot to it. Like, in the form of the art, I try my best to sell who I am, let you know what my goals in life are, what I've been through in my life, how that coincides with the song that's being played for the first time I hear it, while also trying to articulate the artist and their point of view through the music that they're playing, so that I can help the fan base kind of reach a conclusion they may not have reached. You know how difficult that is to do? Well, you know what I mean? It's not hard to do if you don't do it well, but like, it's so hard to do well. So there's an art form to it, which that Rick Rubin quote that I was talking about in the beginning of this video really got me, man, because it's like, yeah, you have to make the art that you want to make. And I believe I'm making art. So this is what I was saying in that Ren video with the whole UMG situation, because I've seen a lot of comments, and the comments were like, well, you don't understand. I'm like, no, you, all due respect, you don't understand. Like, what I'm trying to say in that video is, without piggybacking off of the music, I'm gonna be all right, because I make art for me. And when you make art for yourself and you're articulating your thoughts the way that you want to articulate them, and you're good at making it match up to music, but it doesn't matter if it's music. It could be music, it could be politics, it could be sports, it could be no video like I'm doing right now. But you're articulating a voice and articulating a thought to the general public. And the purpose in it is to drive content. It's not to piggyback. So UMG can come at reactors all they want to. The real will survive. The real will survive. Like, shout out to like the Stevie Knights of the world, the Knox Hills. Like, I don't even really watched Knox Hill or never really been a fan of Knox Hill like that, but I'm not going to sit here and deny the talent, like the art form to what he does. He does it based off, for instance, he does it based off of lyrics, like breaking bars down, like in a structural way. Stevie does it in a way that just makes you want to know, like, what does he think about this? My specialty, I think, is my heart. I think it's like the feeling that I talk about the music gives me, which I think matches with you, which makes you want to say, hey, I wonder what Nelson thinks about this. I think me and Stevie are more similar than we are different, but I think that we're going to be okay. You know what I mean? And that's all I was trying to say in that Ren video. And I think a lot of people just kind of took that the wrong way. It's not that I don't want to see reactors succeed. It's that there's a lot of reactors out here that are piggybacking off of the music, and I'm gonna be all right if they're not around. You have to make the art that you want to make. What's up, white boy? Appreciate you, brother. Much love to you and your family as well, man. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys on that and upload a video on it, because I don't want to forget about this moment, and I don't want to forget about my thoughts on this. Shout out to my daughter Cadence. What's up, baby? Dr. Gold is in here. Lise, what's good? I love watching reactors see my favorite songs for the first time. It makes me feel like I'm seeing it for the first time. That's what I'm talking about, Lise. If they're able to make you feel like you're seeing it for the first time, there's an art form to that and a talent to that, and they should hang their hat on it. You know what I'm saying? Garblet, what's good? Garbled, sorry. HBR, without reaction channels, we will lose a lot of independent artists. Why? HBR, it's because we help spread the narrative. We help make taste of it. Like, if I get on here, Knox Hill gets on here, Stevie Knight gets on here, whoever you guys watch gets on here and ultimately says that the song is trash, that song isn't going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? So you're right. I think that we play a major part in that. Garbled, what's up, man? Welcome to the family. After I get done with this, I will post under my post section where you can find a link to our Discord. Thank you for joining. Derek, appreciate you, man. I do. But that's just the thing, HBR, to talk about that further. There's a lot of people out here that are piggybacking off of fans. White boy, welcome to the family, bro. Thank you. There's a lot of people out here that are piggybacking off of fans, and it's disgusting. And I understand why UMG wants to stop people like that. I don't understand why UMG would want to stop somebody like a Knox Hill or a Stevie Knight, especially if their magnitude and their caliber, or me. And I'm not going to react to UMG artists as it is, really. Like, I do one every so often if I'm intrigued by it. But that's part of the artistic integrity, right? Like, I can't just do what everybody wants me to do. Sometimes I have to be artistic and do what I want to do. And I think that that's important. There's an integrity about it, you know? Thank you so much, white boy. I appreciate you for joining the family too. Y'all peep the post section whenever I get off of this video. I'll upload the Discord link. Thank y'all. And y'all are gonna love the Discord, man. It's a blast in there. What else we got? You're welcome, and I love your honesty on music without worrying about what people will say. That is a fact, Garbled. I do not care what people think, and I do not care what they say. I love talking with you guys in the comments. I'm not one of those people that like doesn't read his comments. I do read my comments. I don't see all of them, obviously. I see, like, if I'll tell you the way the system works. Like, if there's my past 2 videos are up, right? I will see the comments on those past 2 videos. Like 3 to 4 comments at a time. White boy says, my debit card won't allow me to subscribe to any YouTube for a long time, so I finally got it fixed. I've been a member since you started, but I keep getting kicked off because of my card. I think I remember that, actually. I appreciate that, bro. I do. Daniel, shout out to the Chatter Zone, man. I was just talking about, like, the art form of what we do and how so many reactors are piggybacking off of the music and the fan bases of the music rather than bringing something to the table. And I feel passionate about that, man, because I feel like I really bring something to the table, you know? And as does he. You know what I'm saying? Chatterzone, y'all go subscribe to his channel too. He really brings something to the table. Love your reaction and great to hear what you think. Thank you, Dr. Gold. And I think that that's important because a lot of times I'll see in the comments, like, and if I didn't see this, I probably wouldn't feel like I'm bringing anything to the table. But I do see in comments like, great reaction, great song, and love your perspective. Or I love the way that you tied this into this story in your life. Like, I see that in comments and I'm like, okay, there's an artistic integrity to this. As long as I keep doing what I want to do and doing it the way I want to do it, I'm bringing something to the table. There's art here. And as Rick Rubin says, you have to put out the art that you want to put out, or you're going to be a failure. Are you ready for Tom's new song album this year? Garbled, I did a album review for his new album and didn't play any of the music. And that's actually, I'm glad you brought that up. That's kind of what I'm talking about. And I held my own. Like, I didn't need the music to do a good album review. If y'all haven't seen that, go check it out. There's no music being played because Tom doesn't want his music on the internet right now from that new album. I did an entire album review on that album and broke it down without any music. And I think I held my own. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that we need the permissions of Universal Music Group to be artistic and create the content that we want to create. I don't think that that's necessary. And people get upset with me when I say that. Like, yeah, I would rather jam out to the music with you guys, play the music while I talk about the music. But if you're artistic enough, and if you're good enough at content creating, and if you're good enough to provoke thought and feeling, you don't need it. You know what I mean? So that's where I think UMG is taking a spill, because if I'm reacting to the music while the music is playing, let's say somebody's never heard this song before, now they're going to go and listen to it, versus if I don't have the song playing, let's say that I trash the song, or I say that the song isn't that great, nobody's going to go play that record. And that's ultimately going to be what ends up happening. You flawed, Chatter, all bring something to the table. I've missed a few of theirs, but yeah, 100% flawed is dope too, and Chatter for sure. I like most reactors I've seen. There's only one semi-big one out there I don't care for, to be honest. I talked about him a little bit. I don't know. I would like to say I like most. I don't watch a lot, but I know that there's a lot that are just piggybacking off of the artist, and I hate to see that. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see. This is what I'm saying. If you can't make one piece of content without a song being in your video and intrigue people, you might not have as much artistic expression as you think you do. You know what I mean? And I think that there's a lot of people on YouTube that I don't think can do it. Like, I can listen to a song 3 or 4 times, go to YouTube, report, talk about it, nerd out on it, and I think that it'll be just as intriguing as if the song wasn't being played. You get what I'm saying? Which I don't want to do that. It's not as fun. But if it came to it and I had to do it, I feel like I could. And I think a lot of people took that as like arrogance or cocky, but I'm just confident in my ability, and I believe in myself in that way. And that's all it was, you know? There's definitely a lot of piggybacking. Yeah. There was this channel a while back. He didn't play the song, but he would read the lyrics, and he was like an audiobook voiceover guy. It was really interesting, and it was a good channel. See, that's artistic as hell. Like, I have a good voice. Let me do readovers. That's actually kind of a good idea. When you see one reactor doing the same song 3 times just in different ways, that's piggybacking, in my opinion. Yeah, that's super piggybacking. But we'll see how it all plays out, man. It's an interesting time to be a content creator, man. And I've been blessed and had the pleasure of getting to know you guys getting to know me. And over the course of this past year, I have seen my page grow exponentially, and it's exciting and it's fun. But I have multiple aspects to my channel. Like, I literally consider my channel a channel. And what do you have on a channel? You have different shows, different programs. And that's what I like to, that's why I have all these different playlists, right? Like, you have my thoughts playlist where I'm talking about sports, politics, I'm podcasting. That's thoughts. The thoughts playlist is my podcasting playlist. And then you have a conversation with, that's an interview playlist. That is where my skills shine the most, I think, is through interviewing. But I don't know, man. It's not up for me to decide that, but I think that I think it shows, bro. And I think that artistically, reactors in general just need to really get in their artistic bag. And I think a lot of them, even ones that I don't necessarily rock with, I think are very artistic, and they can figure out a way to create good content without the music. I hope it doesn't come to that. I'm just saying that there's some people out here that are really about this, you know, really about this. HBR said, to the music, then you got the heartfelt guys like you, the spiritual guys. There's a lot of different types of reaction channels. Yes. And it's all about, in my opinion, it's all about, what do you bring to the table? What are you bringing to the table here? Chatter 100 HBR. Yep. DM said, I watch you, Go Worthy, Chill Rock, Flawed. Shout out to Chill Rock, bro. And shout out to Flawed as well. Those, I don't know DF Domo. I've talked with them a couple of times. I see all of these people in my algorithm. I just never have time to really watch. But I rock with Chill Rock. I'm supposed to collab with him at some point and do like I would like to do a conversation with Chill Rock. Flawed is great. There's a lot of really artistic, really good people out here, man. There is. Even Knox Hill, like I'm saying, like, I don't really rock with Knox Hill like that, but he has a skill set that he brings to the table that's very intriguing. Like, I'm not the type that needs bars broken down, but and that's probably why I don't rock with him like that. But if I needed the bars to be broken down, he is incredible at breaking bars down. I'm more of a feels guy, like y'all are saying. Like, I'm more about, how does the music make you feel? And if you get the feels from it, there's a relatability sense, which creates a replay value. I mean, y'all know this. I say this in every video. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all I wanted to say. Shout out to Garbled and White Boy. I appreciate y'all once again. I'm gonna, post the Discord link in the post section. Thank you. Super shout out to Chatter Zone for coming through. Thank you, bro. Just some random afternoon thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all. And shout out to Rick Rubin for that thought-provoking, like, if you're an artist, think about that. If you're an artist, which I believe myself to be, you have to put out the art that you want to put out. And there's an integrity about that I feel like artists in general have lost. And it made me just start thinking about reactors all in the same breath. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all later on this afternoon, man. Peace.